Welcome along to this W3L Network Special Edition of Remedy Part 2. It is February 23rd. We are in Dunfermline and I'm Joe Fordyce here to call all the action for you before our opening contest of this part gets underway. Let me thank once again our amazing sponsors, Cushies in Dunfermline and Crafty Connoisseur. Look them up online and tell them that W3L sent you. Now hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, you've watched part 1 of Remedy. You've seen such amazing matches: Saqib Ali against Jason Reed, Craig Stevens and Mike Musso, and of course Taylor Bryden winning the Wrestling Showdown Championship from Dickie Divers. Away in the first half. The second part of Remedy, we've got 2 championship matches still to come, but we're kicking off with Kevin Williams there in the foreground, the black singlet, taking on the self-proclaimed Asian sensation Umar Mohammed in the multicolour tights with the black fringing on them. And you can see that Williams is clearly the more popular of the two. Understandable, he's been in W3L for a good number of years and has got amazing popularity. Everybody loves Kevin Williams. Mohammed, something of a newer prospect. He's trying to move Williams out the way and it's not happening. No, nice reversal and into a choke right away. Umar Mohammed immediately bending the rules and a slap to the face. And the arrogance of Mohammed coming through. I mean, he does call himself the Asian sensation, and considering he's only really been wrestling for barely 1 year, you think that maybe that's a little egotistical. It's not that he doesn't have the skills. He's certainly got plenty of potential, but just hasn't quite got the experience yet. Oh, hang on, Williams. Oh, decided not to. I think he was going to slap him. And Mohammed slaps him again. Going off the ropes here. And Williams does not budge. I mean, you can obviously see there's a size disparity. Umar Mohammed won't say how much he weighs, but I mean, he's obviously very lean, very thin, although to be fair, he is still quite young, so I'm sure he'll bulk out as time goes on. Kevin Williams. Oh, there's the slap right in the chest. Williams comes in at 200 megapixels, which I'll be honest, I don't know how that translates into pounds and kilos, but certainly it's a bit bigger than Umar Mohammed, and he's using his size advantage to great effect. Mohammed staying well away from him. May end up seeing a double count out in the first match of the second part of Remedy. Mohammed steering clear at the back of the building. Williams wants to get his hands on him because obviously he can't win the match on the floor. Mohammed scarpered. Where's he disappeared off to? He's running through the crowd. And he's ended up nearer Williams, and there's a chase on. And hiding behind the referee as well. I mean, certainly what Mohammed lacks in the experience. And he just caught Williams as he came in. Oh, hang on, comes off the ropes. And a kick. He's certainly trying to make up for in cunning. There's a cover. So he just caught Williams as he came in. I think he may have kicked the rope. It was hard to tell actually. But just enough to stop Williams, then go up with that kick. And now Mohammed just throttling on the ropes. We've seen Umar Mohammed on Wrestling Showdown a couple of times. He was part of a triple threat match in December. Then more recently, he challenged Rage and Krieger for the Tag Team Championship. And you might think, how come a guy that's not even had 1 year in this business be getting a tag title shot? It was simply the case that Rage and Krieger said, give us literally any challengers. We want a match to get in the right frame of mind, get us warmed up for a forthcoming match against the very good Mr. UNG Mackey and Tim Wiley. And Mohammed apparently was the first person into W3L management's door. He's choking out Kevin Williams. Anyway, I'll take it. And so he chose Matsuo Kazuma as his tag partner, and they challenged, albeit unsuccessfully, Rage and Krieger. The lift there by Umar Mohammed. And Kevin Williams has been going for championships, of course, former 2-time tag team champion. Has now got his eyes set on some singles gold. He's challenged Dickie Divers for the Wrestling Showdown Championship a couple of times, obviously unsuccessfully. As all rolls through, took a couple of knee lifts, avoid the last one, rolls him up. And that's the thing, Kevin Williams has been going since the end of 2005, so he's got a huge experience edge over Umar Mohammed. And Williams wrestles very regularly all over Scotland. He spent a lot of time in Europe as well. DDT by Mohammed. There's him putting his speed to good use. Williams kicking out though. And I think we'll probably see Mohammed trying stuff like that. He's still finding what works for him, trying new moves, new strategies. But you can't really let up on Williams because he's got such a vast experience. He also helps train wrestlers as well, so he knows what he's doing. Mohammed comes in with the forearm, and they go for a builder. That's a favourite move of his. Drops down Kevin Williams. Nice combination by Umar Mohammed, just rolling him over. Bit of a cocky cover. Doesn't quite get it. There's a bit of arrogance coming through Mohammed. And that may be his downfall, I think. If he's overlooking Kevin Williams, not taking him seriously. As long as fine an athlete as you will find anywhere. We saw him on the Showdown in a triple threat match in February. He against Luke Aldridge, who we'll be seeing later on in Future Shock Tom Fulton. And at the end of the year, one of our live events, he faced Johnny Lyons, who we'll also be seeing later, for the heavyweight championship in a fantastic sporting contest into WWE's most popular stars. Really, really good contest. Williams came so close to becoming new heavyweight champion. He'd love to get another opportunity. Just running through Umar Mohammed here, and hooks him up for the bomb. No, Mohammed had it scouted and got out of it. He's been doing his research, going for the bulldog again. Williams though doing his research. Felt it before. Oh, out he comes. And wait, Mohammed drops him down with the call to prayer. Hooks the leg. This could spell the end for Kevin Williams. But someone's prayers were answered, and I think that person was Kevin Williams. He kicks out the call to prayer, and Mohammed not happy. Grabbing the ref. That's not going to change his mind. If anything, he'll throw the match out and you'll end up losing. Mohammed charging in. Williams just a step ahead off the ropes and waffles on with the game over. Hits that spinning clothesline, and Mohammed is all over the place, and Williams picks up across the shoulders and drops him down with the mega driver. Covers, hooks the leg, and scores the pinfall victory. What a brilliant way to open part 2 of Remedy. Kevin Williams gains a pinfall victory over Umar Mohammed. Where does Williams go from here? Showdown Championship, Heavyweight Championship, who knows? As Williams propels Mohammed over the top rope, we've got plenty more to come here at Remedy. Remember to check out Wrestling Showdown every Sunday at 12 PM on the W3L Network. Exclusive matches, news about our live events, and more besides. Remedy continues with this defence of the W3L Women's Championship as the best, the beautiful, the only Emily Hayden puts that title on the line against the Supreme Leader of the First Order, Jayla Dark. Now these two met at Resolution 12 last year for the vacant title. Let's take a look at what happened. Dark was in firm control of the match when Hayden seemingly suffered a knee injury. However, it turned out to all be a ruse. She would rake Jayla Dark right in the eyes and then immediately get her with a roll up to score the 3 count and to win the vacant W3L Women's Championship. Since that time, Emily Hayden has successfully retained it, but Jayla Dark has been after a rematch, and she's getting it right here at Remedy, and she's not going to be denied her opportunity to win the women's title. Jayla Dark's been part of W3L on and off for a good number of years. She first appeared at our Old Year's Fight event, December 2013, challenging, albeit unsuccessfully, for the Women's Championship. So she's been intermittent in her appearances in W3L, and she's challenged for the title a couple of times, has never quite managed to make it stick, but maybe Remedy will be the night when everything falls into place for Jayla Dark. However, she has to get past Emily Hayden first, which has an experience advantage over her, because Emily Hayden is the champion and therefore has that champion's advantage, and Jayla Dark has to beat her, but she does need to beat Jayla Dark. We saw, of course, what happened at Resolution, gouging the eyes of Jayla Dark. I'm sure she's going to be wary of that. Jayla Dark just manoeuvring herself, showing her skills, and out wrestling Emily Hayden to reverse that wrist lock. Now, since winning the title at Resolution, Emily Hayden has defended it a bunch of times. live events and on Showdown as well. He's going to take on Angel Hayes. She took on both Angel Hayes and Ashley Vega at a Fight for Life event in December. She faced Darcy at our end of year events, end of last year of course, and now she has got a massive task in the form of Jayla Dark, because those ladies that I've just previously mentioned all have much less experience than Jayla Dark has. So as a consequence, this is a different thing indeed for Emily Hayden, who is of course no slouch at all. She's showing off her wrestling ability, transitioning in that side headlock, which Dark is attempting to get out of by applying the top wrist lock, and now in the side headlock. Nice seeing some chain wrestling here, one counter after another. Hayden sends Dark off the ropes, sweeps her through, and Jayla Dark rolls through at the fireman's carry, kept control, nearly got her. Emily Hayden just taking a moment. Oh, hang on, Jayla Dark taking advantage. Hayden a bit slow, gets rolled up with the La Magistral cradle. There's a roll up. Jayla Dark folds her in half, and Hayden goes out the ring. One of her normal tactics, and things aren't going her way. Escapes to the floor. She did that at Resolution. Now just walking around. Of course, the great thing is this means she can't get pinned or get submitted while on the floor, and it also means that she breaks momentum, and it means that the match has to move then at her pace. So Jayla Dark, who'd accelerated the pace of the match, suddenly finds that she's got to stand around and wait, as Emily Hayden in no hurry to get in, just sitting on the apron. Has she forgotten that Jayla Dark's there? Apparently she has. Who's now got a handful of hair. Oh, Jayla gets caught by Emily Hayden, gets her neck snapped on the top rope. Oh, and just slugged right in the chest, that double axe handle. I'm sure Ivan Putz could be proud of that one. And Emily Hayden went for a cover, but Dark kicking straight out of it. Of course, the W3L Women's Championship means so much to both of these women, not just to Emily Hayden, because of course she wants to continue her championship reign, but to Jayla Dark, because while she's held championships elsewhere, I mean, she's wrestled all over, like the UK, she's wrestled in Japan as well, she's never held the W3L Women's Championship, and she would dearly love to do so. Of course, wanting to and actually doing are two different things entirely. Hayden in for a cover again, taking every opportunity it looks like, but Jayla Dark still kicking out really quickly, so she's not done yet. Hayden just ramming her face into the top turnbuckle, and it's a nice contrast of styles. See, Jayla Dark, I mean, obviously a fine wrestler as we saw, likes to strike as we saw, but moves at a quicker pace, but Emily Hayden slows her right down. She's more methodical. There's a big forearm there. She just takes her time. You might say she's got a deliberate pacing about her, deliberate footwork and everything. She knows what she wants to do and doesn't seem to expend too much energy in doing it. And so far, it's been successful in for a cover again. But yeah, it's been successful the way she's retained the title a number of times against various challengers. And now throttling Jayla Dark in the corner, just trying to cut some of the oxygen from her lungs, because Jayla Dark has been kicking out at a 1 count so far. Emily Hayden wants to extend that into 3 1 counts in quick succession. She will retain the title. Cashes in again with a clothesline. And for a 3-peat. Oh, Jayla Dark's caught her and drops her across the knee. Johnny Lyons or something similar, possibly seeing that in our next match. See Jayla Dark firing back with those clotheslines, and she hits hard. And Jayla Dark, oh wow, throws her down and kicks Emily Hayden in the head. He's going to be seeing stars. And a senton dropped down by Jayla Dark. I think we're going to have a brand new champion here. Emily Hayden though kicking out. Kick to the head and a senton. Would have finished a lot of people, I think. Like I was saying, Jayla Dark does hit hard. She's no stranger to wrestling against males. Oh wait, she's pulled the knee pad down and she went for the Adam driver. Oh, and Emily Hayden caught her. It's like a version of the Jawbreaker. Folds her up. But Jayla Dark way too close to the ropes. There's the experience, there's the knowledge, the ring positioning, and the familiarity with the W3L ring as well. Of course, she got hold of the ropes to break it up. Emily Hayden perhaps not realising how close she was to the ropes. Jayla Dark used ropes to pull herself up. Oh, don't argue with the referee. Again, his decision is final, like it or not. And she comes. And Jayla Dark just banderas Emily Hayden on the ring apron. Creates some distance and catches her. I think Emily Hayden was going to try and shoulder block her, but all that happens is she gets left out with some kicks. Emily Hayden hanging up and takes the knee and collapses back into the ring. If Jayla Dark can cover her quickly, we may be about to see a changing of the guard. Ford had one title change at Remedy. I think currently it's going to remain at one just now. Is it going to be two? Jayla Dark just letting Emily Hayden get up. Just biding her time, has something in mind. Hayden couched in the corner. In comes Jayla Dark. Hayden just moves to the side. Has got her hooked with a rushing leg sweep. And applies body scissors and a rear naked choke, it looks like. And she did throttle her in the corner by sticking her foot in her throat. So now she's got her in the sleeper with some body scissors as well. We'll try and slow down Jayla Dark even further. Ideally knock her out. Oh, that's what's happening. The referee's checked her arm. And he's doing it again. If it falls for a third time, this match will be over in the favour of Emily Hayden. And, oh no! There's still life in Jayla Dark yet. Just getting the crowd on their side. Trying to get the adrenaline flowing. But it's hard to do. Oh, she cradles back! Great move, rolls back Emily Hayden, who nearly ended up pinning herself. Because Jayla Dark's got to get out of the body scissors. Has to lift Emily Hayden. Well, she's got back to her feet now. Needs to break contact, ideally. Oh, a series of strikes. I told you she hits hard. She's been in hardcore matches. She wrestles against males. She flattens her with that short arm clothesline. This could be it here. But Emily Hayden kicking back out again. June 2016, Jayla Dark wrestled the very good Mr. Eugene Hackey, who's a tough prospect for male or female. And if you are familiar with Sarah Logan from WWE, Jayla Dark battled her. Oh, wait a minute! She went for the Ewalker dropper, but Emily Hayden knew what was coming and got out of the way. Goes to the floor. Yeah, Jayla Dark wrestled Sarah Logan in a hardcore match. Tables, chairs, you name it. So she could mix up with the best of them. Now Hayden disappearing. Umar Mohammed did this in the previous match. He didn't have a title on the line, but Emily Hayden's like strutting away. And she's heading across. What's she doing here? Oh, she's taking the championship belt. She's going to get herself counted out. Now I mentioned earlier on the champion's advantage. If she gets counted out, she retains the title. Jayla Dark wins the match, but doesn't get the title. And Dark is after her. She wants that championship. Oh, and she's got Emily Hayden, who's trying to fight out of this. But Jayla Dark's got a firm grip of that hair. Just clobbering away with some forearms. They need to get back in the ring and be mindful of the referee's count. See Emily Hayden trying to break it up. Short punches to the ribs. And Jayla Dark's got a hold of her, needs to muscle her back in the ring. Then she's going to be able to hopefully hit something and score a pin in a submission. And oh, Emily Hayden just gouged her eyes again. This is what happened at Resolution. Jayla Dark just got gouged in the eyes. I'm not sure she can see, probably. I don't know if she knows where she is. Does she even know what we're up to in the referee's count? And the bell's been called. The referee is counting to 10. Jayla Dark didn't return to the ring in time, which means Emily Hayden wins by count out. I don't think Jayla Dark could have found the ring anyway, because she's just had her eyes raked by Emily Hayden. So the best, the beautiful, and the only Emily Hayden retains the women's championship, albeit by count out. Regardless, a victory is a victory. She wins the match, she keeps the title. Jayla Dark had her eyes gouged. She obviously had to try and clear her head to be able to see where she was going, and she rolls it down, and Emily Hayden's gone. Jayla Dark, that's twice she's fallen for that. Surely she's going to be after management for a rematch. Surely there's going to be a third contest between Hayden and Dark with the women's title on the line. But regardless, Emily Hayden is still the W3L Women's Champion. Remember to engage with W3L on all of our social media platforms. Hit up our website, check us out on Facebook and on Twitter. We're on Instagram as well, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the latest up-to-date information about the Worldwide Wrestling League. So we've now reached the main event of Remedy, and it's the match that everybody is here to see. The W3L Heavyweight Championship is on the line. That man holding it there, he is the Exile Luke Aldridge. He is the challenger. That championship does not belong to him as of yet. By the end of this match, who knows? And he is facing, in the black and white shorts, the current W3L Heavyweight Champion, tenacious Johnny Lyons. And if you follow W3L, if you know the history of the Worldwide Wrestling League, you will know this is a very intriguing match, because both of these men know each other pretty well. They are former friends, former allies, former tag team partners, former tag team champions. They were known as the Noble Lions at one point. They won the tag team championship back at Resolution 10. They had an almost 3-month championship reign. But then everything just seemed to kind of stop. They lost the titles to Kevin Williams, who we saw earlier on in this part of Remedy, and Jason Reed, who we saw in the previous part of Remedy. And after that, it seemed like their team sort of disintegrated and they just drifted away from each other to do their own thing. And of course, Luke Aldridge redefined who he was, changed his name, his appearance, his philosophy, his outlook, all that sort of thing, as I'm sure you know. And then at WrestleMania 11, both Aldridge and Lyons were involved in the Golden Ticket ladder match, and they were both in it individually. They didn't really team up during the contest, they didn't really go after each other. It was like they were both just there, if you like, both competing. Obviously it's every man for himself, but there was no hint that the Noble Lions were still together or they'd split up. It was just two men doing their thing. Then obviously things would eventually metamorphose and change, particularly for Johnny Lyons. Of course, as I'm sure you're aware, normally fans not really a fan of Johnny Lyons, but of an arrogant attitude. But we saw particularly at Remedy last year, it was almost 1 year ago now, and he wrestled Mike Musso, and he re-injured his back during the contest with Johnny Lyons, and it was such a tremendous match that the fans started giving him some respect, and Lyons seemed to really thrive on that. He changed his philosophy, changed his outlook, and look at the balance. I mean, Johnny Lyons is a big man, he's 230 pounds, solidly put together. Look at the agility he's got. Who else can hold himself like that in W3L? And so big, so fast, no wonder fans love the guy. That's the shoulder block on Aldridge, over the top as he always does. The speed Lyons has got, I mean, sometimes it surprises people. So he goes up, it's a head scissors, and Aldridge set for a spin. So with the fans on his side, Johnny Lyons managed to win 7 Deadly Sins last year. Yes, he re-injured his back, partly thanks to Craig Stevens in a steel chair. He had to go through Joey Legend in the finals as Lyons barely lands on the apron. Could be a nasty landing if he struggled that top rope. But he won. That enabled him to go to Resolution last September and challenge for the heavyweight title against Mike Musso. Absolutely no easy task, asked Luke Aldridge, who hits the headbutt on Lyons, who falls to the floor. As I've seen before, that's just a solid wooden floor. So Lyons defeated Musso to become the heavyweight champion, and he's defended it ever since against the likes of Craig Stevens, who I've mentioned, very good Mr. Eugene Mackey, Kevin Williams as well. And now he's facing the Exile, Luke Aldridge. And things may be going the Exile's way, and not just here in this match, but in the past few months here in W3L, things have been coming up Aldridge, as both men have disappeared off in the crowd. You can't really see what's going on. Many apologies, they've vanished off screen. But they are brawling away. Referee trying to regain some control here. I assume he will return to camera view very shortly. There we are. Lyons firmly in control again. But these two men have actually met before, if you check out the archives of W3L Wrestling Showdown. Oh, hold on, Lyons go for the line cutter. Likes to roll through into that, but Aldridge knew it was coming and just clawed him on the ropes. And slams him down. Oh, straight for the cover as well goes Aldridge. It was September last year on Wrestling Showdown, they wrestled each other. Aldridge looked like the match might not be going in his favour. It looked like he might be about to lose, and he just low-blowed Johnny Lyons and left him lying. And that's kind of started the trend of Aldridge cheating a lot, sometimes getting his match purposefully ruled a disqualification, other times working to his advantage. For example, at WrestleStation 12 last year, the night that Johnny Lyons became the heavyweight champion, as Aldridge with those headbutts, Luke Aldridge defeated Impact Wrestling star Bram. A match that literally everybody thought was going to go in Bram's favour, and Aldridge defeated him, rolled him up, put his feet in the ropes and got the pin. That's partly as well thanks to Lanny Poffo, the former genius in the World Wrestling Federations that used to be back then. He has been working with Luke Aldridge, passing on his vast wrestling expertise. I mean, he's not called the genius for nothing, is he? He helped Aldridge reappraise how he thinks about things, the way he looks at his craft, and it's benefited Aldridge no end. So he defeated Bram. He then faced Mike Musso on Wrestling Showdown back in January. Hit him with a low blow, rolled him up. Aldridge has proven he will do literally anything it takes to win, and Lyons needs to be aware of that, because Aldridge will low blow him, he'll rake his eyes, he'll put his feet in the ropes, and if he does that, chances are Lyons is not leaving Remedy with the heavyweight championship around his waist. Couple of elbows here, trying to break the contact, comes off the ropes, and Aldridge again just runs through him. He combs off the big lad, and for good reason. 17 stone of Luke Aldridge crashing through you. No matter who you are, you're going to struggle off the back of that one. It's a back rake. Aldridge does have that sadistic streak, as to be said. And now just choking Johnny Lyons again, right in the corner, kind of like we saw in the previous match with Emily Hayden and Jayla Dark. The way that Hayden would try and choke Dark to stop her getting air in her lungs and slow momentum down. And of course Aldridge doing something very similar. That's why he stomps right on the chest, centre of the chest of Lyons, just to drive a bit more air out of the lungs as well. Another huge headbutt. Aldridge uses it to quite good effect, has to be said, as we can see. And Aldridge, again former tag team champion, would love to be heavyweight champion, and of course who wouldn't, let's be honest. And it might well be his time to do it. As Lyons is up, who rolls him through with a sunset flap out of nowhere. But the championship staying around his waist right now in a clothesline from Henswall almost. Down goes Lyons, Luke Aldridge covers him. But Lyons isn't called tenacious for nothing. Again, if you follow W3L, you really should. You can watch Wrestling Showdown every Sunday on the W3L Network. You've seen what Lyons can do. He's had some amazing matches, and the things he's willing to do to retain that title and to win his contests, I mean, he will do everything it takes. This is everything to him, being the heavyweight champion. It's not something he ever thinks about, like losing the championship, as Aldridge is drilling on with punch after punch after punch. And it's like, since Aldridge has changed his focus, changed his name, since he's become the Exile, I feel like, it's like his sadistic streak has increased, and I'm sure that Lanny Poffo has helped him with that as well. Look at this disrespect, just treating Johnny Lyons like a chair. And again, much like we saw previously, Luke Aldridge just slows the momentum to his pace and just measures his opponent. Everything is deliberate, and it's also effective as well, as he charges in, squashing Johnny Lyons, who's going to keep going. If you saw 7 Deadly Sins last year, and it is up on the W3L Network, then you saw the match he had against Joey Legend, the last man standing match. Down goes Aldridge, as Lyons' leg drops the back of his head, faces at the canvas, because Lyons lands badly as well. That match with Joey Legend, what a contest. I mean, Lyons, with a bad back and all, somehow got past the international star. It was not easy, but he kept going, and eventually was the only man that could answer the 10 count. Legend did not, and Lyons won the match. And now the crowd on his side. He feeds off the energy. Something he never did. He was always unpopular. Always thought that was the way to go, break the rules. He'd be a bad guy if you like, but since having the fans on his side, Lyons has had a real upsurge in his career, certainly here in W3L. And he just runs right through Aldridge. You want to throw clotheslines, Lyons can do that. Big, small, older, younger, more experienced, less experienced, doesn't matter. As he lands a tenacious gun, Johnny Lyons will give you everything you can handle and more besides. Covers Luke Aldridge, gets a shoulder off the canvas. Tenacious gun will have done him some damage. It's the second time he's been leg dropped face first on the canvas. Lyons will be looking for the line cutter, of course. Luke Aldridge likes the DD6, the swing away. Lyons has got him measured to get up ahead of steam. His cardio is always on point. There's an uppercut. And a second one. Well, avalanche this time. Oh, could go for the line bite. He'll drop kick Aldridge right in the shoulder blades if he gets the chance. And that's exactly what he does, and Luke Aldridge collapsed. That could be it. I think we might be about to see, well, the title's retained, but only currently. The match is not over yet. And let's not sell Aldridge short. I mean, we can't sell Lyons short, we can't sell Aldridge short either. I mean, his time spent teaming with Johnny Lyons as the Noble Lyons, he's learned so much about him. He's obviously been on W3L events that Lyons has been on, and oh, lovely, the body scissors. Aldridge just boots him right in the face. Down goes Johnny Lyons. Luke Aldridge in for the cover. We can have ourselves a brand new W3L heavyweight champion. But Johnny Lyons got kicked squarely in the face and still got a shoulder up. Aldridge needs to capitalise. Lyons is weakened. What's Aldridge going to go for? A suplex here? And he picks him up and dumps him down. He is the big lad after all. Lyons is a big guy, but Aldridge, he is no slouch. He took part in a deadlift competition last year, or maybe it was the year before, and did pretty well. He's not a guy you would look at and immediately go, yeah, weightlifter, bodybuilder. He's a strong man, is Luke Aldridge. And we're about to see the DD6. Pulls him in and dumps him down head first. Johnny Lyons gets DDT'd right in the canvas. This match will be over, but Johnny Lyons isn't finished yet. The frustration evident on the face of Luke Aldridge. He is fuming more at himself than anything else. He has booted Johnny Lyons in the face. He hits the DD6 and still Lyons is kicking out. Perhaps it's on instinct. We're going to see the DD6 yet again. Two of them surely can't survive that. He's going for it. Wait, Lyons with a couple of punches in the midsection. Northern Light suplex, bridges out. Got the shoulders pinned to the canvas, but Luke Aldridge is able to kick out. Now it's Johnny Lyons' turn to be frustrated and not really believe what's going on. Surely he thought it was going to be the end of it. Regardless, lovely counter from the DD6. Surely him being dropped headfirst on the mat twice in succession would have spelled the end of Johnny Lyons' championship reign, but it did not happen. Great presence of mind to convert that into the Northern Light suplex. Both men on the canvas, sucking for air, trying to get as many mouthfuls of oxygen in their lungs as they can to refuel themselves to keep going, because this match is not over yet. The heavyweight title hangs in the balance. Can Lyons retain it? Can Aldridge win it for the first time? Will it be all about Aldridge here in W3L from now on? As wait for the line cutter! Line cutter! Line cutter! Johnny Lyons jumps up and hits the line cutter. And Aldridge rolled out the way, had to expend precious time, rolling across hooks like covers too. And Aldridge getting a shoulder up, and Johnny Lyons' face says it all. He hit the line cutter. He can hit it from any position at any time. But Aldridge landed and rolled away, and Lyons had to crawl over, waste a couple of seconds, a bit more energy as well, trying to get Aldridge, roll him over, hook the leg, and that was enough time for Aldridge to be able to somehow kick out off the line cutter. As he gets to his feet, he's wobbly, he's woozy, and he will be even more so after those forearms. More, here they come. Aldridge firing away at Johnny Lyons, and more headbutts. What next for Luke Aldridge? What's going to hit Lyons with? Wait, reversal. Sunset flips him. Drops down. Go! Counter by Johnny Lyons. Hooks the leg as well. And scores the pin. Johnny Lyons countered the sunset flip. Luke Aldridge cannot believe what has just happened. Fantastic move by Johnny Lyons. It wasn't a slam, wasn't a suplex, wasn't a line cutter. He countered the sunset flip attempt, hooked the leg, and thanks to his immense wrestling ability, Johnny Lyons pins Luke Aldridge to retain the heavyweight championship. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me here at Remedy. I hope you've enjoyed both parts. Subscribe to W3L Network and we'll see you next time.